Some people walk into a room and the tone changes. No tricks, no loud voice, no begging for attention. They're just taken seriously. So why does that happen? And why do others, smart, capable, even talented people, get talked over, doubted, or treated like they need to prove themselves? Here's the truth. Being taken seriously is less about talent and more about signals. Humans are pattern readers. In seconds, we estimate confidence, stability, and status. Not perfectly, but consistently. And once people form that first impression, they protect it. They look for proof that they were right. That's why the biggest mistake is trying to earn seriousness by talking more, explaining more, proving more, oversharing more. It feels logical, but psychologically, it does the opposite. Seriousness isn't granted to the most talkative person. It's granted to the most grounded person. Let's break down the psychology behind it. First, calm is interpreted as power. When you stay calm, your presence tells others, this person isn't threatened. If you're not threatened, you're not desperate. If you're not desperate, you're harder to control. That's why calm people get treated with more respect. They don't broadcast fear. Practice. Slow your responses by one beat. A small pause before you speak makes your words feel chosen, not spilled. Rush speech feels like seeking approval. Pause speech feels like owning space. Second, boundaries create status. People take you seriously when they learn you have limits. The mind respects what it can't easily push. If you always say yes, your time looks cheap. If you protect it, your time looks valuable. Practice. Say, that doesn't work for me, without a long explanation. One sentence, then silence. Let the boundary stand. Most people cave because they can't tolerate the quiet after a boundary. Learn to tolerate it. That quiet is your authority forming. Third, fewer words make your words heavier. If you speak constantly, you create background noise. But if you speak selectively, every sentence lands like a decision. This is why leaders use short statements and clean language. They don't decorate their point. They deliver it. Practice. Reduce your message to the simplest version. Say the main idea, then stop. Don't argue with your own sentence by adding nervous extra details. Fourth, emotional control is credibility. People don't trust a mind that swings wildly. If you're easily offended, easily excited, easily provoked, others feel they can steer you. But when you can hold your emotional line, you become predictable in the best way. Stable. Practice. When something triggers you, don't reply immediately. Stand up, breathe, walk. Return later with one calm sentence. Your nervous system is either training authority or training weakness. Fifth, seriousness comes from comfort with tension. Most people rush to smooth things over. They laugh too much, apologize too quickly, explain too long. But the person who can sit in mild tension without panic feels higher status because they don't need the room to like them in order to stay steady. Practice. When someone disagrees, don't defend instantly. Ask one question, or simply say, I understand, and pause. You're not surrendering. You're showing control. Sixth, presence is a physical signal. You don't need to be tall or intimidating. You need to look settled in your own body. Shoulders relaxed, movements slow, eye contact steady. Nervous movement reads as uncertainty. Uncertainty reads as low rank. Practice. When you enter a room, move like you belong there. Not arrogant, just unhurried. And watch your vocal cues. End your sentences like decisions, not like questions. Speak slightly slower than you want to. If you need time, say, let me think, and stop. These tiny behaviors tell people you're not trying to impress, you're evaluating. Now the hidden factor most people miss. Serious people don't chase being understood. They're respectful, but not needy. They don't turn every conversation into a performance. They can be misunderstood without sprinting to fix it. That emotional independence is rare, and rarity creates value. So here's a 7-day test for 1 week. 1. Cut your explanations in half. 2. Pause before you answer. 3. Say no without a story. 4. Don't react to bait. 5. Speak only when you can speak clearly. Watch what changes. Some people will suddenly become polite, some will stop testing you, and a few will get irritated because your calm removes their leverage. That irritation is proof the old version of you was easier to move. Remember, being taken seriously isn't a personality, it's a standard. It's what happens when your mind, your words, and your boundaries align. You don't demand seriousness, you demonstrate it. And when you do, people feel it before you say a single thing. Carry that standard, and the room will follow your lead.